Hello everyone. So we are gonna start a new series on data structures and algorithms, which will cover different topics. We will start from the basics, fundamentals, then we will go to the different algorithms, sorting, searching, then data structures, and one by one we will try to solve the problems related to that data structures. So this is the first session on data structure and algorithm, in which we'll studied about which we'll study about the a foundational aspect of the DSA. What are data structures and what are algorithms? So I have prepared some notes. We are gonna study it. We are gonna work on them, and once it will be done, we will directly go to the Visual Studio Code part to write code. So let's begin. So what are data structures and algorithms? Data structures are specialized format for organizing, storing, and managing data. Okay. And algorithms are step-by-step procedure for solving specific computational problems. So let's say it's a container for you, complete data structure I'm telling you. So data structures are specialized format for organizing, storing, and managing data. It can be anything. You have read about int, string, float, right? But these are only data types. But managing them means what should be the storage location for them, and also how it should be arranged, right? This will be covering data structure, the complete dynamics of the data type. How should we arrange the data? How should we extract the data, right? And how do we do the specific slicing, dicing operations on the data type? So this we will cover in the data structure, and it's a very key aspect before while writing the code, because if I store the int, you can say int value in float, right? It doesn't make any sense. It will cover the more, you can say, more space, and we need to play very smartly here, that every data type having the correct data, you can say correct definition behind that. So this will cover in data structures. What are algorithms? Algorithms are, let's say, the step-by-step procedure for solving specific problems. So it's like, say, you are cooking a meal for you, right? So you follow some instructions, step A, step B, step C. If you mess any steps, right, means you just mess up some steps, so the output will be not that much great. It should be if you follow the correct procedures or correct approach. So algorithms are the way to write the code and the best approach we should follow. Together, if this you can say combine this data structure and algorithms, these are the foundation of efficient computing and problem solving computer science. Or you can say write a code and better way to write a code in a very optimized manner. Data structure are specialized format for organizing storage data. So that I already told you the common types arrays. We are gonna we will see this in the next video. Arrays, linked list, trees, hash, stacks, and graph. Okay, so these are data structures. So everyone have different way to storing the data, or you can say retrieving the data, or you can say to define the data. So everything have the specific purpose behind that, which we are gonna cover in the next video. Overview algorithms. Algorithms are systematic procedure for solving computation, and there are different type of algorithms. Some does sorting, some does searching. Sorting means if this number is write down like this, 1, 5, 7, 2, 4. So if I need to arrange these numbers, the output will be like this: 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So this will be covering the sorting, and there are many ways to sort the array: bubble sort, quick sort, based on the efficiency, based on the time taken by the some algorithm. We are, you can say, select best among them. Searching If I need to search in this array, what's the location of 2? So this will be covering searching, graph algorithms, path finding. Dynamic programming means if we have a big problem, so we are solving into the small chunks of the problem. Greedy algorithm making locally optimal choices. So this all we are cover. I have given you some insights that what should be the approach and what will be the ideal approach to solve any problem. Core definitions, database. So we already knew about this thing that a database is like a collection of data organized for efficient retrieval. So RDBMS is a one way to manage this database. There are different type of databases already there in the market. So what is the purpose behind the database? Is just that basically the data will be stored in this specific manner. If I'm telling you in the structured data, then it will be stored in the schema. Okay, it's in the form of schema, tables, and there will be fields and records. So this will be a type of, you can say, database, and it's we can simply retrieve the information of any identity using the SQL, right? So this will be retrieval and update. Again, we can use a SQL query to insert any new entries and management. So the purpose behind database is it is having concurrent access. We can access anytime, whenever we want, right? Data integrity and complex queries we can, you can say, implement here. Record is a collection of rated data field rated as a unit. Example, record containing name, ID, and grades. So there are many records will be there. A single row will be called record. Field, individual data elements within record. Example, in a stored record, name is a field. There are columns, different column. So these will be fields, these will be records. Unique identifier record enabling efficient relation between data. So what happened? There are different, you can say, student IDs and student name. Student name can be multiples, right? Name Adam, you can say Adam can be multiples, but ID will be different. So ID will be every time it should be unique. So if I need to retrieve any information, I am gonna use this student ID, not student name. Databases versus data structures, slight difference. Databases having the persistent, concurrent, and large-scale data management, while data structures are more core concept in which we are gonna work on the in-memory location, or you can say program-specific data structure we are gonna use. So this is completely, you can say, this is micro level work. This is macro level work. Now, this DSA course is in Python, right? So you should know the basics of Python. So I am gonna tell you how to do and that the basic concepts or foundations of Python. So let's see what is Python, by the way. The Python is an interpreted language executing code line by line. There are some languages which are compiler based, some are interpreted based. Interpretation means that a single text of line, single line or single small chunk of code can be run individually. While in compiler, the complete code will be compiled into our machine language, 0 1 0, you know, right? So then it will run and give the output. But while interpreted language having some benefits that we can run single line also to see the output line by line. So let me again open my Visual Studio Code and work on it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the very basic approach. New file. Gonna name it basic, or you can say 1.py. Or should I give the name? DSA. Okay, nice. So this is our terminal where we will write the code. You can simply download this one from the web. Now, I'm writing the code now. So There are many ways to do it. So let's say 3 plus 2 I want to see. So if I want to compile it, I can compile it using this. See the output is where is the output? So it's I need to print it to see the output. 5. This is compilation which I am gonna doing. But if I want to see the interpreted language benefits, so I'm just simply click here and shift plus enter. I can see the result here. Again, if I can show you the difference between this compiler and it will give me 5 plus and 13 in different row. While if I can run this shift plus enter, you can see only 13 is running. I can run single line also. This is the benefits. Again, going to the okay. So dynamic typing means that we don't need to we don't need to give the you can say data type, or we don't need to define the data type and in the beginning it will automatically you can say arrange it for himself. Let's say I want to check what is the data type. Okay, A is equal to 2. Now again I'm giving A equal to 3.2. So if I write print type A and print type A, so you can see the result. It will be different. First I am clearing out everything. In first case, it's saying it's int. In second case, it's saying float. So I'm not defining anything. Let's say that int a is equal to 2 or float a is equal to 3.2. It automatically define, right? That when I'm giving 2, that means already is considering this as a int. So when I execute this line, it is giving me class int. That is a it's a part of the class int class which is built in, and this 3.2 is a float class. It's a part of the float class. Again, I can run this single line by line also. Okay, these two I need to run. Okay, and again, if I'm running this two, it will give me float. Make sense? Done, 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 done. So we have different type of data types also. So let's say A is equal to hi. So print type. Hmm. First I will run here. Int float string. Automatically it will take it. And if I'm giving this as a, let me make some space here. Now what should be the type of this? It will be different. Okay, it will be different. See, int float string and dictionary. This is dictionary. If I need to give this set, then I need to do it like this. Set empty set I need to provide. Otherwise, it will consider this as a dictionary. Make sense? I think it should make sense. Again, I can see the result here. Both ways we can do line by line if we don't want to see the complete chunk of code. Python support various sequence types. Sequence means that it is taking, you can say, is running on a in a continuous fashion. One, two, three. Okay. So these are in continuous in form. So we have different data types for sequence types: list, tuple, and string. So there are slight difference between these three. First difference is everyone knows that these are mutable, these two are immutable, having some pros and cons in each. Okay, but the way to finding the index is same. Gonna see, gonna show you something here. Let's say I'm defining this list. Uh, okay, this is one, two, one, two. I can pass any data type in the list. It doesn't matter which I'm using, means double quote, single quote. It will consider the same. And let me put some. Okay, and I want to see this third item. It is giving me 5, 0, 1, 2, 3. So zero index, and it will begin from the 0. That's why 5 will be the third index value. If I want to change it, let's say change it like this and putting like 9.5, then I need to see what is the result. See, before I'm just commenting out right now. This is not required. It's making see. I have updated. I have updated this L3 is equal to 9.232. Okay, now if I have seen this original one and the new one, difference is that this 5 is replaced with the 9.232. This we can do. Now if I calling tuple and making like tuple is like this 1 comma 2 and z, and let's take some other also and print s. This I don't need now. The tuple is formed. Again, we can see the class also that not make any sense, but we can see class is tuple. Now, if I want to do the same updation here, 0, 1, 2, 3, it will throw me an error. Tuple does not support item assignments because these are immutable. Same goes with this string also. Let's say I'm using this here as a joker, okay? And if you want to retrieve the value, I can do it. I can do it. What happened? I can do it like this also. This I need to change it because it is throwing me an old error. I need this. Now run it again. J. And if I do like -1, it will give me, it should be give me R, the last item. And I can do like this also, -1 to -5. It will throw me error, right? Giving me blank, -1 to -1 because it doesn't exist. -1, -2, -3. But if I am just doing like this, not like this, this is giving me, and if I want to the complete set, you can see it's giving me minus R. Okay, so this is it for this string. -2 will give me, I think, E, Okay, AR. It's giving me AR. Okay, so what is happening? This is Joker is on J is on -5 if I'm calculating from minus side, negative side, and positive side is so I'm not giving anything. Okay, so if I'm giving more negative, it's mean that it will saying I'm going more and more in the left side. So if I want to check -5 to -4, you can see it's giving me J because the only one single item will come. It will give me two. So I'm going here J and O. See, just 4 minus 3, only O. And because we know that when we write these lines, this will not count. This will not consider the first one. Second will be, we can say, considered. Make sense? And if I writing here -4, it will take from -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 to -3. Looping and iteration. Looping means we want to execute or we want to iterate over the se- each and every sequence value. For I in range 5. So let me again run this here. Let's say I'm using range building function here. It will create a range for me from 2, 3, 4. And see, range already created, but it will not give me list. If I want to check the list, I need to give pass list here. 2, 3, 4. Again, I can use to retrieve from information from here is that I in uh, range range 2 comma 5 for I in range 2 comma 5, and I want to retrieve each and every element, so it will goes like 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go 2, 3, 4. If I'm giving 6, it will run 2, 3, 5. If I'm giving let's say 2 to 8, and I'm just taking the second every second value, and 2, 4, 6. If I want to see the list of you can say odd number, then 3 to 9 and 2, 3, 5, 7. Way to write code only. Same goes, we can use while also. While I am passing I is equal to 0 first. Okay, 2, 3, 5. So I'm just first of all I will show you what will be the index gain in it. I plus 1. Mm, okay, so 4 index will be run. How? So this list was like this 2, 3, 5. So it will run how many elements will be there? Print. length is like 2, 3, 4. So it will be run till 3. And we have begin this thing from 0. So we can run it until till 0, 1, 2, 3. This is what is happening here in this while loop. Okay. So whenever there are high chances that we want to run the code for each line or row, we generally prefer while. Or we want to take out value from it, we generally use for. There are ways that we can print this range values, every range value in it, right? This we can do, or let's say we can do like this. If I'm giving the list here, list 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 L, and I want to print the element, that I can also do length 0, 1, and see less than equal to 1, or you can say it can do like this -1, because this three element doesn't exist, because we generally starting from the 0, 1, 2. Now let's see the results. See, this is giving me print li is giving me 2, 3, 4. The complete list is already formed. I want to run it for each and every row. Then it's for giving me 2, 3, 4, and the complete range is given 2, 3, 4. Both ways we can do it. Now multi-valued assignment. I can simply backslash, control plus backslash. Multi multi-line comments I can easily create. Okay. Multi-values assignment is like that x comma y is equal to 2 comma 3 6. Okay, now I want to print x and print y. Just control shift enter, shift plus enter, then you can see that x is 2, y is 6. X will be assigned with 2 and y will be assigned with 6. Next, what is the next thing? Importing modules, we can simply import the modules. Why do we import the module? Because this contains some functions, classes which we can use directly in our code. A famous example is pandas that you use to work on it. That it's also external libraries and NumPy. Functions, subroutines. So functions are right that if we need to do repetitive tasks, we generally use to form any function, then we can run or call that function to perform specific tasks. Subroutines is that it will not provide any value, return value, it will return value. It's generally used for some print and give some generalized statements as output. But here in functions, we prefer that it will give it used to give me some return value and it computes in it. That's a slight difference. So if I can show you that how to define functions, so it will start with a def. Let's say some function I'm making and is taking x, y to as two attributes or parameter. Then I am returning x plus y. So function is created, but we need to call it. So I'm sum 5 comma 6, and I want to check the value of print a. It should give me 11. See, and minus it will run automatically, and for each you can see we don't need to define elements. See, -1 it's giving me. List comprehension is that basically we can create a list by writing small functions. So these are a single line of statement can form a single list. And way to write code I'm showing you again. There are two ways to write to make form list. Let's say list L is equal to simple list, empty list. Then I will append for I in a range. I mean considering 0, it will automatically considering from 0 to 4. That means it will take 0, 1, 2, 3 as a element. Then I will I square this thing, and or I can do like this. I return. This is not a function, so I need to I L dot append, and I just pass this I square to. Okay. If I if I want to see the print L, it should give me 0149. 0149. But if I want to write this complete code in single statement, then I can do like this: L, comma, equal to equal to x star 2 for x in range 0, comma 4. And if I want to check this L1, I'm taking L1. Why do I need to change anything? Okay. C, giving me the same result. This is simply I can call it list comprehension. Same goes exception. We can write code here, and if there is any error this in this expression, it will simply call the except statement, and our code will run smoothly. Now, next part is object-oriented programming, in which we have to work on. Okay, so we are beginning our OOPS concepts with the encapsulation. So encapsulation is like bundling data and methods that operate on data within a single unit. So in simple manner, if I can tell you, it's like that if you want to keep this as a private variable and you want to call it outside the functions, oh sorry, outside the object methods, you can't call it. Otherwise, there are ways to call it. If they are not private, means they are double score. You can say double underscore. It's like double underscore. So these highlights that these are private variable and these are meant to be only used in the class, and we can use it in the other different functions. Let's say it's using here, it's using here, but we want to call it that a person should not know his you can say balance. Once it is means it should be updated. Balance is, let's say, is a bank account private variable class, and we want to keep it is only for the class, and we don't want a user to use it directly in the, you can say, get the information when it is calling it. Let me explain it via some example. Just letting this now. See, so class is bank account. This is class, and these are methods. Functions for the class is known as methods. So different methods are there. Some are constructors. You can see this init is a constructor. So while you are making or forming the class for the bank account, it will automatically ask for these two. Otherwise, it will not initiate. So account number and balance. Account number is a person need to give. This is a public attribute, and balance is a, you can say, private attribute. Once it is done, then a object, or you can say this method of deposit is used to deposit the amount. A person, let's say, is giving input amount is greater than 0. It should be greater than, it can't be negative, right? Then this will add amount in the balance, and we can see the amount deposited successfully, this amount. Similarly, withdraw will deduct the amount, and we can see using the get balance method, the complete balance of the bank account. Account, bank account. So these are some examples. So I'm just, as of now, I'm just running this code. So what is happening? Let's see. Let's see. So account is equal to bank account. It will create an object of this bank account class in which we have, which asks for account number and balance. Like, okay. So already account number and balance is passed here. Account number and balance. Account number is account dot account number. Okay, if I need to check, I can ask account num this object is account, and if I need to check account number, which was I asked, it will give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I want to check, if I have deposited 2000, amount was successfully, and 1500 is withdrawn. The net amount is has been added is 500 in 5000. Let's check this line. If I want to call this account dot balance, what it should show me. Oh, it told me error that get balance has no attributes, while it is having the attribute in the class, but it is saying that it's not there in the the error is saying that it's not any attribute because it's encapsulated. So we use encapsulation to to you mean I mean to using the other methods, but want to keep the information secretly. So this is all about encapsulation. Okay, so next part is inheritance mechanism allowing class to inherit properties and method from the other class. So it's a class. The animal is already having some constructor, and it is based on the name. And there is a function. Sorry, there is a method in this class. But if you want to use this in different method, sorry, different class, there is dog. Is it? So we just need to enter the parent class here, animal. So it will consider all methods in its own analysis. So I'm using this speak method, which is already here, right? And I'm returning here that says wolf. So it's known as methods overriding, that I can override the existing you can say existing methods in the parent class. So this is what is happening. Same with the class cat, it's different class cat, which is already taking the inheritance from the parent class animal, and I have overridden here. Ability to present the same interface for different inline forms data class. Animal dot speak. Okay, and so we can understand that there are two different class, right? Dog and cat already formed here. So if I'm saying that this was a parent class that having considering this animal sound, animal dot speak. Okay, so animal dot speak is make made differently here. I will show you in the code now. First, let's say inheritance. So I have formed here class animal, and then this is my parent class. This is our child class or derived class inherited from animal, which are asking for some different pattern here. So so it's a make sound, self, so bark, bark, bark. So before it was only some generic sound, but I have did overriding and changed the method here for the child class. Same with the cat. So if I am just making object of the derived class, so if I pass this dog dot name, so dog dot name dog will go to the object dog dot name, which is this already existing, right? So it will give me, let's run it, right? Buddy. Buddy was the name we need to give in the animal class. Animal class have self dot name, so it will construct only on the given parameter. So generally, if we are passing the same parameter, same class here, animal, so it will ask for the same constructor information. Just Now you can see it will asking body whiskers because same with pair animal. So if I'm the example for your example, it's a general animal animal. And if I want to print mm, general dot name, or I need to passing f string here. So I want to call it some functions. Just taking help from the class animal dot name. Okay, next we have polymorphism. So we can pass different animal sounds here, and it will take different, you can say same interface, but with different alignment or different types. So abstraction is used to hiding the complex implementation details and showing only necessary features. So you can see from ABC, I am importing this ABC and abstract method. If I'm passing this at the rate abstract method, so I can saying that this is the abstract method of mine. Let's say this def area self is pass is my you can say abstract method which I'm gonna use. Okay, so we were on the polymorphism and I think abstraction I have told you. So let's see this code also. So this abstract method is in ABC. So what is in simple manner, if I can tell you that abstract method, if I'm calling here, if I'm putting abstract method, that means we don't need to say anything here in the class defining, but while it's based on the means we are calling it the derived class, we need to pass a different method, or you can say method for these. We can define there using method overloading. See, we can do it for the same method defined in a different templates. As simple as that, but we have to define it. This is a part of vehicle is having car and bike having the same features and same pattern, so we can use abstract method to define same definition of same method in the different derived class. While polymorphism is like we have different methods in this, and it's like that same template can be used for different data types, different classes using overriding. So speak is this function, but it's saying that it's a generalized thing, right? For animal that animals makes a sound, but if we want to define it for the a different class that dog and cat, which is already inherited animal thing, right? Then we can do it and we can define differently for the different object that is from the dog class. Then we should pass bark, otherwise meow for the cat. And operator overloading is also important concept that and just like if you want to add some objects, if you want to add different multiply some different objects, we have some dunder methods here, add, multiplication, and all. We can use it. That first of all, constructor will ask for the values. So these are first object, second object, and this is a third object. Simple, weight 5, 10, 22. But if I add this box 1, box 2, box 3, right? I can do it because this is like operator overloading, and this box is adding here, right? But if I multiply this thing, it will throw me error. say unsupported operand type. Let me add define multiplication also. Self other. It has given me value because I have defined this method in the class of box. So multiplication is possible here. Make sense? This is known as box. You can say operator overloading. Okay. Okay. So we were here. So this already we have understood. We have worked on it, area and all. So class, blueprint for creating object. This is what we are even studied. Instance of a class with actual value. Constructor is when we are initialize value. So this self name is. So name is should be passed. Otherwise it will not construct. So this is a constructor. Init instance is that your variable is unique to each instance of a class. So instance variable which are uh, each class. This is you can say method having same instance variable and only using here. Class variable is used for you can call it anywhere. For instance, just like class employee company stack corp. So I can call it here self name dot corp. So this is instance variable. This is class variable. Methods having different types: static, instance, and class. Static means which are not using self or class parameter, and these are very simple terms, or you can say simple functions, and we just use it directly to for our grouping purposes. It will not ask for any other parameters. Means what are the class, what are the static. No, simply we can call it. And if this self is if this is asking self, then it is the instance method. You can see self value into x. So value is this value is already there, right? In different methods should be there, and we are multiplying this whenever let's say object is calling off. Object is calling off. It will pass like object class calculator, and first object should be passed, which is value. So I have passed 3. Object is formed object, and when I'm passing this dot multiply, so dot multiply, and it is asking for x. X is 5, so the output will be it will given me 15. 3 into 5, 15. This is what instance method is doing. Class method is that we want if we want to change the class attribute which already passed. So it's asking for the class, it's asking for self and return class. That's it. So let's say if there is a class attributes defined as company tech corp, which is here company tech corp. And if I want to change it, that class or dot this company is equal to new company, and new company I have passed here, new company. So when I'm calling this create and passing a, then if I am again calling of this static, sorry, this class, this is like a calculator dot create, and the new employee is a. The output should be a because this dot company is changed. This class attribute have been changed. This is what we used to do it. Control access to class member, public, protected, and private. This is encapsulated also. I have understood. I haven't explained this thing. Method overriding that if we can redefining method from parent class in child class. Car, vehicle. I have shown you the code, inheritance. So I think maximum thing we have already worked on it. Data structure algorithms are fundamental to computer science. Python provides powerful tool for implementing various data structure. Understanding these concepts enable efficient problem solving. Oops, facilitate software design and proper error handling, robust applications. So this was all about theoretical part, and we have seen some examples. But I will encourage you to work on it more. Means write code on your own and do some. You can say get your hands dirty and work on it and see if this is working or not. And means I think we should be having the habit of doing mistakes and correct on your own. It will be a good learning lesson for us, and try to make much and you can say make more and more classes so that you will have a habit to create a good arrangement of code. It doesn't matter which problem you are solving. It can be EDA. You can do it through this class and all. So that's it for this now, and we will meet another you can say again in which we will we will work on the arrays, and then afterwards we will start working on the sorting and different algorithms. Thank you for watching.